Namaste. Welcome home to your yoga mat. We'll start today in an extended child's pose. Open the knees as wide as your yoga mat, big toes to touch. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, send the hips back and slowly melt your forehead to the earth. The hips don't have to touch the feet, and the earth can be elevated with a towel or yoga block. Whatever you do, begin to tune into your breath, filling your lungs with oxygen and slowly letting the breath go out of the nose on the exhales. Whether you're new to Yin Yoga or not, always keep in mind that in Yin Yoga, as in all other types of yoga, the key is to move with kindness. No matter how shallow a breath is, how simple a pose, or how small a movement, they can all make a big difference when you practice with kindness. If you've practiced with me before, you may already know that I love Pema Chodron's teachings. Another favorite quote of mine goes, "Be kinder to yourself, and then let your kindness flood the world." Let this be our intention for today's practice. Let's plant the seed of kindness that begins in your awareness and seeps through your practice. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, we'll press up to all fours. With the wrists stacked under the shoulders, knees in line with the hips, we'll flow through cat-cows. Inhale to drop the belly and open the chest. Exhale, belly to spine, round your back. Repeat this at your own pace. Maybe adding a smile when you open your chest and thanking the universe as you round your spine. One last time here, inhale to cow, exhale to cat, and we'll return to neutral. From here, slide the knees back a few inches and lower your body down. Press up onto your forearms and inhale to bend the left knee at 90 degrees or less, depending on where you are today. Once you've found your sweet spot, release what you can and then allow the ground to support you. Vishram Ardha Bekasana, resting half frog pose. Take this moment to feel the sensations in your body. If you feel pain on the left knee, this is your sign to back off and be kinder to your body. Every yoga pose is an opportunity to be fully present by checking in on where you are today. Having already set our intention, now we want to slow down, hit the pause button, and listen to your body and inner voice. Whether you're feeling peaceful or having an anxious day, take a moment to sit with your emotions. While doing this, you want to remember the most important thing is to keep taking deep breaths into your nose and slow breaths out of your nose. Take another big inhale here. Exhale to gently unbend the knee and bring the left leg back to join the right. Before we move on to the left side, we'll do a Sphinx pose. Press up onto your forearms, which should be parallel to each other, and check to see that the elbows are under the shoulders. Firm your tailbone down, roll the outer thighs to the ground, and lengthen your body towards your heels. Inhale to slightly pull the shoulders back. Roll your shoulders so you're not hunching down. And exhale to close your eyes or keep a soft gaze. The Sphinx pose, or Salamba Bhujangasana, is the gentlest of all back bends, and it's a good pose to ground and to continue building on what we've established. See if you can turn your good vibes into a practice of gratitude, and if you're not feeling that positive today, think of a quality that's the complete opposite of what crossed your mind earlier. Now spend some time to allow this opposite quality to sink in and fuel through your being. Take a big breath in through your nose and a deep breath out of your nose. For our last few moments here, feel free to deepen your stretch by slightly opening the palms outwards and lifting the elbows up the floor for a seal pose. Whether you're in Sphinx or still pose, take another inhale here and exhale to release everything down. We'll now do resting half frog on the right side. Inhale to bend the knee at 90 degrees or less. Exhale to relax in your own perfect spot for today. We live in an era where we're always wired to something. I noticed while taking the train that even when it's very crowded, passengers still take out their phones and they start scrolling mindlessly from one social media post to another. It seems that many of us are no longer aware that standing aside to make space for those that need to get off can make other people's lives a little lighter and easier. Know that kindness cannot flourish without mindfulness, and mindfulness cannot be cultivated if we don't look inwards and first focus on your own needs, and then from there we'll be able to bring ourselves to become more empathetic and more aware of the needs of those around us. For now, let's continue to dive inwards and reset your focus on your breath. Start to ease out of the pose, and you can press yourself either straight to a down dog or first to all fours tabletop, and from there walk the arms out, curl your toes, and lift your hips up. You won't be in down dog long, so start walking out your legs by bending one knee and then the other. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, we'll transition to sleeping swan. Feel free to scoot the back knee a little bit to the back. You can either stay here or start to fall down onto your elbows or even your forehead. Use a yoga block or a bolster if you have one. And so here we are again in another opportunity to be mindful of where you are today and to respond to your needs with kindness. If your forehead is down on the ground, press yourself up onto your elbows or your palms, and then we'll get prepared to meet back in a moment when you're ready in downward facing dog. Walk your legs out one more time here, bending one knee and then the other. Now inhale, lift the left leg up, exhale to a sleeping swan on this side. Become aware of what is different on the left side. Inhale to straighten the back, exhale to find your own spot for today. Wherever you are, begin to quiet your mind and return to your breath. If you're starting to fidget, because we're holding each of these poses for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, acknowledge this and let the emotions pass like clouds in the sky. Then try again to focus on the beautiful symphony of your breath. If you're down on the ground, you want to start easing out of the pose by gently pushing up onto your palms and spending a few moments here. When you're ready, lean onto your left hip and then we'll transition to a firefly by opening the legs to both sides. Your legs don't have to come as wide as mine, or they can go even wider depending on where you are. Take an inhale to straighten your spine, maybe even reach up to the sky. Exhale to fold down to your own sweet degree. Wherever you are, just make sure that your knees are pointing up to the sky and your feet are flexed to protect your knees. If the knees are starting to rotate inwards, this is definitely a sign to either narrow your stance, use a block, or come up onto your elbows or palms or even fingertips. Once you're settled, close your eyes and come back to the intention of today's practice. Most of us live in a world where we're always exposed to aggressiveness. Movies feature violence, and many of us are taught from a young age that survival is only for the fittest. We're also witnessing what that can do to the world and to humanity, which is why we need to start changing this narrative today to one that is full of love, compassion, and survival, not for the fittest, but for the kindest. If you're down on your arms or on your elbows, start to ease out of the pose by pressing up onto your palms and staying here for a few brief moments. All together, let's take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale to bring the knees together, and we'll flow through some windshield wipers by dropping the knee to the right side and then to the left. Once you're satisfied, we'll straighten your right leg and bring the left sole to your right inner thigh. Make sure the glutes are flushed with the mat. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale to fold. Close your eyes or keep a soft gaze and return to the sound of your breath. All together, let's take a big inhale in through your nose. On the exhale, deepen the stretch a tad bit more. And then we'll release. Straighten your left leg, and now we'll bend the right knee, sole of the right foot touching the inner left thigh. Inhale the arms up, grow tall. Exhale, fall down to your own perfect degree. Quiet your mind, reset your focus, and let go and let be. Take another inhale here. Exhale to release everything. We'll now come to recline on our backs. And when you get there, bend the knees, soles of the feet on the earth. Try to walk your knees closer to your hips, and we'll do some bridge flows, pressing onto your forearms. Inhale to lift the hips up. Exhale to release. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lifting the hips up to counter the false sit down. Exhale, release. Inhale, hips off the floor. Exhale to let go. Now cross the right leg on top of the left. Scoot the hips a bit to the right side. Open the arms to both sides. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, allow the knees to drape over the left side. Make sure that your right shoulder is glued onto the earth, and if you want a bigger stretch, you can use your left arm, place that on top of your right knee, and give it a very gentle tug. Bring the knees back to the center and cross the legs. This time, cross the left leg on top of the right. Open the arms out to both sides and allow the knees to drape onto your right side. From here, we'll bring the knees back to the center. Hug your knees to your chest. Inhale to curl your forehead up. Give yourself one big hug. And exhale to release everything. Shavasana. Start to bring some awareness back to your body, wiggling the toes, moving the feet, and then rock and roll your way up to a seated position. We'll end with alternate nostril breathing by sitting cross-legged. Place your left hand on top of your left knee. Lift your right hand up towards your nose. Exhale completely, and then use your right thumb to close the right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril, close the left nostril with your fingers, and open the right nostril, and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through right nostril, close the nostril, open the left nostril, and exhale through the left side. Keep this going at your own pace. Start to even it out now. When you're done, release the right hand, take the biggest breath you've taken all day, stick your tongue out for lion's breath, and let everything go. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Namaste.